Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a really good, cool transformation for you guys if you're trying to make a transformed hair color, but not going far away from what it already is. So this is my assistant, Kathy, you'll see in this video, working on this client with me. This is her mother, and we are doing a Mother's Day makeover. So number one, she doesn't want to be too light, but she wants to get rid of brass, add a little bit of dimension, and make it look overall really natural and really beautiful. So we're going to be doing lowlights and highlights. I'll be using Oxycur with 20 volume and a 16th ounce of Olaplex. And for my lowlight, I'll be using 7N7T with 10 volume. A little shocker, right? I know every time I do lowlights, you guys see me adding warmth with a neutral. This time she's very orange and we need to counteract that brass and cool it down. And you know, I always say this and I truly mean it, the T's in Shades EQ are probably the ugliest color when they're by themselves, but when they're used correctly to counteract brass, it is beautiful. So we're doing the 10 volume with the 7N7T because I want it to stick in there a little bit better. I'm making a bowl of lightener and lowlight for me and Kathy, each of our own. And now we're gonna get into the fun part, the foiling. So my assistant, Kathy, I've known for a few years, and out of all the interviews I did, it was meant to be. I love this girl. We have so much fun together, but we know our roles with each other. And she is so hungry and willing to learn. I'm so thankful I have her in my life. She makes my Fridays that we work together so easy. She's always 3 steps ahead of me. So this is her mother, so we wanted to get her more comfortable with foiling and get her better at it. So she's duplicating what I'm doing in the back. She's doing a baby light stitch just like mine. And she's tackling the back while I tackle the front so we can cut this down in half in time. And I'm doing baby lights around the face. I think I did only 1 slice, followed by a couple of baby lights tightly packed with minimal hair left in between for a brighter appearance around the hairline. But we're not going crazy because we don't want a big stripe of money peas. We want this end result to look very natural and blended and really beautiful without looking too brassy.
The future's far away, but I'll stay. Just take a leap of faith, we'll find a way for you and me. Can't look back and run from what I feel inside. There's no more time to hide, because I feel again, I feel again, oh now I feel again, we're bringing this back to life. I feel it again, I feel it again, I feel again, we're bringing this back to life.
So now I'm working my way up on the sides, and I'm going to go in more of a horizontal. If anything, the slightest diagonals on this foil placement going up as I get closer to the top, because we want full coverage. When you guys are trying to add more dimension and have more tones and, you know, a lot of pop like that, the best thing to do is go off on a diagonal. You guys see me do this all the time. And when it falls, it's gonna allow the dimension to show through. When you want more of like sheets of color and a lot of solidness or so on, always go horizontal. It gives them more coverage. We do want to add dimension, but I'm really just trying to keep her nice, blended, and brighter and get rid of the brass is what I'm trying to do, and touch up her roots as well. And we are very happy with this. I am using, of course, the 7N7T, as I said before, to counteract any brass with the low light, and 20 volume with Oxycur on my baby lights. I'm doing very, very small baby lights like I always do, minimal subsections in between, and me and Kathy, my assistant, are just packing these foils in back to back to back.
Help me find the right words to say to get us back on our way. Can we try to fight against the grain of throwing out what we made? The future's far away, but I will stay.
So she has a lot of hair and a lot of brass. In the past, when doing her hair, they would just use a regular permanent color for her grays. And I think Kathy said they always did a level 8. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'll put it in the description box if I talk to her before I upload this. But it was a level 8 and it was basically a permanent color to cover the gray. But when you're using permanent color, even if you use 10 volume, it's always going to open that cuticle a little bit to get that color in there. The molecules are really small. That's why it's always harder to get permanent color out of the hair. But anytime you're lifting or using permanent color, all the underlying pigment will be exposed. So it always exposes all that. So this is all permanent color. So now I'm going out in between every foil. I'm taking a couple of subsections, weaving, baby lighting, and, you know, teasing and painting those dropouts just to kick as much as we can out. And then I'm going in between, and Kathy's going in between using Goldwell Topchic 7NN and 7NA equal parts with 20 volume. The NN is great for the gray coverage, and the NA will go down there in the gray coverage area and cool down a little bit of that base so it doesn't make it too warm in the root area.
Because I feel again, I feel again, oh now I feel again, we're bringing this back to life, we're picking up where we left, off and on again, we never quite could forget, 'cause what we got so intense. I feel it again, I feel it again, I feel it again. We're bringing this back to life.
So now a little trick I like to do is once I use permanent color for the gray coverage, even if I just do a root touch up and I'm not doing highlights, I like to go in and tone it down and do a root shadow on top of that with an N and NA. You guys know I love my N's and NAs for root toning. But Kathy's going in right now with my favorite ever Goldwell Colorance root shadow formula, and it's 7N, 7NA equal parts, and she's just lightly tapping an inch and a half just to cool down any of that root area that was permanent colored. This will cool that hot root down, even though it wasn't too bad because we used the 7NA in the Goldwell Topchic, but this is just going to make it even more perfect, and it's going to mend all the highlights and everything together. And remember guys, root toning is so important because you always want the depth to be at the root area. Nature made hair that way. It's never darker on the ends, it's always lighter on the ends, and it has that gradual dark to light. Always remember that. Plus, I want to give a huge shout out to Kathy. Look how cute the shirt was that she made for herself and made for me. I love her so much. Thank you, Kathy. It's so adorable. Now we're going to tone her ends all over. The formula is on the screen. We used 7 colors and it came out gorgeous. Keep watching. You're not going to want to miss this.
I recall the past again tonight. It's in the front of my mind. As I fall apart, you begin to cry. The tears are making you blind. The future's far away, but I will stay. I will stay.
Oh my gosh, you guys, look at these results. So natural, beautiful, non-brassy, dimensional with a little pop around the hairline, but not OD and too chunky or big. And it's so shiny. She loves it. We love it. Kathy did a great job. I love the work that came out of this. We loved doing it today. Her mother loved it. It was just a great experience and a great result. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments section. Also, leave video ideas you guys want to see and get ready because I have a lot of great content coming for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. As always, so long for now, guys.